Fantastic, Luca. A strong talk that I'm sure us adults can all take a bit of advice from too. So moving on to our next speaker, we have Nicolas Seeman, a very perceptive and compassionate sixth grader who is here to share his talk, What We Don't Talk About, Self-Harm. He begins by inviting the audience to reflect on what self-harm is and what causes it, highlighting that it is more common than people think, and that it can have many different causes. He believes this topic is important to share because it can help others notice when someone might be struggling. Please welcome to the stage, Nicolás.
Hi. Good morning, everyone. And my name is Nicolas Seeman, and I'm a 12-year-old boy that lives in the city of Mexico. And today I want to talk about self-harm, or what you don't know about self-harm. Now, I want to start off with a question. Close your eyes, please. Does any of you know what self-harm is? Think about that for a second. Let it stir around in your mind. Now, you know what? Open your eyes. Now, self-harm is not a mental sickness. It is something that you feel because something feels empty inside you, or you don't know what to express. And you can feel a pain and you want to relieve it some way or somehow. Now, are these three apples? One of them is harmed. This, you can name it whatever you want, okay? Also with this one, also with this one. Imagine in your mind, don't close your eyes yet, but act like this is a bully, and this is the person that watches. The person that watches is also doing something wrong. He's not going for help. Now, that's just the normal case of bullying, but bullying is not okay. Now, this guy watches, and these two, he bullies him. He bullies him, and then he leaves a mark, a mark, a mark, and a mark. Close your eyes. Does the bully have a mark? Good. Now, I want to tell you that the bully also has a mark. He's probably with his parents or with somebody else that he feels lonely. He does not feel good. His parents punish him, kick him, and he can do something horrible. He wants to reflect the pain on somebody else. And this is the apple that pains. He goes to his house. He goes to his house. He can do whatever he wants in his house. Probably no one is looking, or probably his parents are in work. That doesn't matter, okay? That's just a circumstance. Now, this apple is hurt. He has a pain that he wants to relieve it something else. He wants to feel another pain so he doesn't have to feel that pain. It's not that he's lonely. Well, it is, but it's not just that. It's that he feels something that he wants to relieve it to something else. Now, he hurts himself. See? It is not a good apple. Inside, it's hurt. You can all see, right? It's not good. Let me take a bite of it. That does not taste good. Now let's go to the observer. How do you think this guy feels? Close your eyes, please. Now, open your eyes. Do you think this apple, well, the observer, feels good about what just happened? No. He feels that the other person is is bullying the other person. But he doesn't want to come and defend this apple because he knows if he does, the bully is gonna hurt the person, hurt him. Now let's take a bite right here. This tastes better than that apple, but that doesn't taste good. Now this. Close your eyes. Imagine the bully, what is going through. We're gonna punch him, 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 punch him. Sorry. Wow. We take a bite of it. Doesn't taste better than the observer, but it tastes like this one. But this one has a lot of scars because he self-harms himself. That's the truth. Now, I'm going to talk about what just happened here. Self-harm is not a mental sickness. It's something, well, I already told you, that you can inflict. And I want you to think about the ways that you can see that people have. You can see someone has scars, like red ones or the ones that are already healed, but they're not really healed. You can also see if they're like sad, if they're like they don't talk. You can also see by the way he speaks. If he has like a really ragged voice or like he's really tired, that can be a sign to see if someone's not okay. Now, does self-harm mean you want to kill yourself? I know that's a really tough answer, but not necessarily, because self-harm can lead up to that, but it's sometimes, well, most of the times, you don't kill yourself, but it's something that can happen, and it's really common for people. One of five has self-harms himself or herself. Doesn't matter, but it can happen. And it doesn't lead up to killing yourself, but it can lead up to something even like going to a mental health like facility. It can lead up to hospital checks because the scars can infect. They can infect and potentially they can kill you, unalive you. I'm sorry, but that's not the point. The point is horrible, and I want you guys to know that anybody here, you're not alone. You are never alone. So I want you guys to reflect one final question, and I'm gonna ask to all of you. Now, do you understand what self-harm is? Close your eyes, please. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions that lead up to our final question. Why is this talk so important? Think about that. Why am I talking about it right now? I've seen some people that have hurt themselves and that like don't feel comfortable. I know some people that have gone to mental health facilities, and I also know some people that have kids that have a mental problem and hurt themselves. But it's not just that. It's not a mental sickness, but it's also a mental sickness, because a mental sickness is what people feels like. Like everybody has something, and some people can't express it, like can't express it with therapy, so they have to express it on their body. So I want you guys to know that none of you are alone, and well, thank you.